Okay, so there's this Roblox YouTuber called Coel, and he's recently uploaded a video called Murder Mystery 2 is starting to collapse. So I wanted to go ahead and react to it live on stream, to see what is going on with Murder Mystery. As you all know, there's a big bot problem on MM2, so maybe this will talk more about it. Let's see. Here we go. Murder Mystery 2 is starting to collapse. Let's watch.
In a matter of hours, Murder Mystery 2 went from 1.2 million players on it at one single moment to only 200,000, losing a million players in less than
True. I remember that. They banned, Roblox banned a bunch of bots or something. I do remember that.
12 hours. The biggest and fastest downfall of a Roblox game in history. But what happened to it is not as simple as you guys may think, and in today's video, I'll be explaining everything that's happened with Murder Mystery 2 and why Murder Mystery 2 is starting to collapse. Real quick, feel free to like this video and subscribe. It means the world to me.
I got you, bro. I got you. I'll like and subscribe. There we go.
But either way, let's get right into the video, because this is one of the craziest stories in the history of Roblox.
I bet.
As you guys probably know, Murder Mystery 2 is the biggest game on Roblox, or at least it was. For the past few weeks after the summer updates of the game, it has been the biggest game on the platform, being number one. And even though
I think it's even number one right now. Let me check. Charts. Right, yeah, top playing now, Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery is the biggest game right now. So, yeah, that is true.
Game's been out for over 12 years. Only a few days ago, it hit its peak player count of all time of 1.35 million players, which is a genuinely insane amount. And that many players in a game is genuinely insane, especially for one of the oldest games on Roblox. It's genuinely crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
While that may seem cool, a developer having a game that has been around for over a decade, getting the most players it's ever gotten and blowing up massively again, there are some darker sides to the virality of this game that resulted in its major downfall in a matter of less than a day. Because the entire massive blow up of the game, going from averaging about 100,000 players a couple months ago to averaging the high 100,000.
Yeah, a couple months ago, it was getting anywhere between about around 100k to 300k, and now is averaging around 500k plus, which is really crazy. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it went from hardly anyone to everyone, and then all of a sudden recently, in the past couple of weeks, it's gone up to 1 million. Because of all the bots and stuff, but let's let Coel do the talking, because he knows more than me.
To even over 1 million players in a matter of months was almost entirely fake. This is genuinely one of the most craziest situations in Roblox's history, and is quite complicated to explain, but I'm going to be breaking down everything, because this is a situation that will dictate the future of Roblox forever. Now the thing is, Murder Mystery 2 has been one of the biggest games on Roblox for a long time. Even back in 2020 and 2021, it was averaging over 100,000 players, and is
fun fact, I used to play this back in 2017, 2018. And I still play it to this day, and so has so many other people on the platform. This game's been popping for a long time.
Continue to be one of the biggest, with also a massive community. There is a lot of people who
got 1 mil concurrent for just doing an event.
There's a whole economy inside of the game with all the skins, and I would say it's one of the most tried and tested games on the platform that has consistently stayed popular for its entire time it's been out, which is over.
The reason why it stays popular is because it's so simple. There's literally only 3 roles, anyone can play it, and it's just got a bunch of skins which are easy to access. So it's just like a really simple game. It's like when Grow Garden and Steel Brain blew up. They were really simple games to start with. That's why they had so many players.
Over 12 years. However, looking at the chart of the game from all the way back in 2020 to now, you'll notice a massive spike in the recent months. Not even in the recent year, but you'll notice that it has massively gone up within the past couple months. And the thing is, this entire spike and blow up, which seems to be one of the craziest in the history of the platform, is fully entirely fake. Now, basically, last year I made a video exposing something going on Roblox and games that are not just Murder Mystery 2. You see, there are a lot of people that started to realize that there were a lot of fake players.
I reckon 80% of Roblox players on the platform that play today are bots. I reckon 80% are bots. Literally, whenever you go on a game, it's just filled with bots. Let's go to MM2, for example. I don't know if it's still like it, but the other day I was trying to find a server, and it's literally just all bots. Let me see. I mean, no, never mind. It looks clean. Wait, did Roblox actually fix it? It looks clean. Well, they might fix it, to be fair. It looks clean. Interesting. A few days ago, it was flooded with bots, though, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's carry on.
inside of
Search
Roblox
up North
games.
Roblox here.
Bloxburg
No,
was
thank
one
you.
that had a lot. Murder Mystery 2, Pet Simulator, and those games had a lot
Yeah,
of fake
Pets.
accounts
Yeah,
populating the
Pet
servers.
Sim
There was a
has
lot of
so
footage
many.
of them filling up servers in games, fully botted servers with this the same username, slightly changed, the same avatar, and it had become a major problem that many people talked about. However, most people started to forget about it until situations started happening with Murder Mystery 2. Now, basically,
Yeah,
Murder
true.
Mystery 2
Everyone just forgot about the whole Pet Simulator thing. Everyone kind of moved on. But then all the bots have came over to MM. I mean, there's always been bots in MM2, but now, like, there's an all-time high. Like, I reckon most of the player count is just bots.
The special games on Roblox, it has an economy to it and a trading system, meaning that there are knives inside of the game that have different rarities, different values that you could get many years ago or more recently, pay Robux for, or open in crates. And this is one of the reasons the game is still popular, is because of this core economy that is inside of the game. Now, what I'm about to explain happened last year and the years prior, but not to the level that we've seen this year.
No, chat, by the way, fun fact, all of the items in the games, there's black markets that sell them for real money. And that's what the bots do. They get a bunch of items, and then they either sell them for Robux or real money. And then with the Robux, they either sell the Robux for real money, or when they sell the items for real money, they cash it out on the websites, and then they get it transferred into their bank account. It's some crazy stuff, and I think it's illegal. So don't be buying MMT weapons. Well, don't be buying anything off an illegal website. Yeah. Anyway, let's carry on.
And is on a different tier than we have ever seen before. Now, basically, the summer updates of the game came out around late July, and prior to this, I already explained that there was a major issue inside of the game in my video talking about how it doesn't have much time left. And in this video, I basically brought attention to what's going on inside the game that people were posting on TikTok and talking about on YouTube, and that has become a major problem.
What was it?
You see, inside of Murder Mystery 2, there are not hundreds, there are not thousands, but there are tens of thousands of servers inside of the game filled entirely with these accounts that have no Robux.
Chat, look, this is what I was talking about. Look at all these bots. Like you see this server here? Literally, there was, when you were scrolling down, it was literally just filled with these.
Basic AI generated
see?
that are invisible inside of the map. But
that's what I was trying to show you.
Game and you start playing it, or you turn on the spectate feature, you'll notice these characters going through the walls of the game, teleporting around somehow, collecting the coins or the beach balls from the summer update, and farming these on not thousands, not tens of thousands, but hundreds of thousands.
You see, look, they just like somehow fly around and stuff.
The game has started to be populated with hundreds of thousands of bot accounts.
They collect all the coins, all the beach balls, everything they want. And then they go ahead, they open crates, they get a bunch of good stuff, and then they sell it.
23, the game averaged a solid 70 to 100,000 players.
MM2 came out in 2018. The first name was MM2 Fun Kill. No, it wasn't, bro. MM2 came back when it came out literally, I think it was like 2011 or something. I might be wrong. But yeah, it came out years ago, bro. Like, I'm talking years ago. It was not 2018, I can tell you that much.
Depending on the season and what updates had come out, and it was fairly normal to see it around this level, but you guys will notice that over time it started to average more and more, which is usual with a game that's blowing up. However, the issue is there's also one statistic to the game that needs to be pointed out that nobody is talking about that shows that there's something more sinister going on. You see, zooming into 2026, you'll notice something changed in the game. Not only is it dipping much less in comparing this chart versus this chart, you guys can see that in 2026 the chart dips a lot less. There's a lot less real player activity where people, you know, step away from an event, or an event comes back, or, you know, it's nighttime in one place and daytime. There's a lot less fluctuation in the player count versus another game.
So what he's talking about is when people join the game, obviously they leave like after they finish playing. So some people will join, they play for like 20-30 minutes and then they leave. And when they leave, then the player count goes down. But then when more people join back, it goes back up. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's something like that. And yeah, with all the bots, obviously they're not leaving. They're just like running on one server, and they just keep refreshing servers and stuff. Actually, I don't think they have to refresh the server. They literally just stay in like one server, farming all the coins and stuff. So it just stays like in a straight line. It's hard to explain, but I hope you guys know what I mean.
Say, for example, Welcome to Bloxburg, which even though it's a smaller game, you guys can see the charts of the game on the daily chart.
Yeah, see, look.
2 seemingly lost this level of
So like, depending on the time, depends on like how many people are playing, you know?
fluctuation. You see, these bot accounts basically operate in massive bot farms that are ran by people using tons of computers. Here's some footage of one in a different game that is fully off of Roblox called Counter-Strike 2, and this is likely an example of what it looks like for
Holy.
And I'll explain why these bots even exist.
Chat, they got a whole, they got like sheds full of PCs, just farming. Ain't no way. That's crazy. Servers shut down after being on too long. Yeah, but then they can just rejoin.
First place in just a moment, but Roblox decided.
When playing games on PC,
bro, why
do you ever wonder if someone had a clip with?
Bro, why do we have an ad? Why do we have an ad, bro? Okay.
And you'll notice the chart of the game reacted to it because all of these bot accounts are basically just brand new, fresh Roblox accounts that we created that have just been sent into the game immediately. Taking a look at the chart of the game, you'll notice in the past day, it went from averaging 1.2 million players to under 250,000. Which is one of the most
it did drop.
Downfalls that I've ever seen.
It dropped by a lot.
The amount of people that left the game is not like some update disappeared or people got bored of it at the same time. This is on another level that cannot be seen by real human players.
It's all the bots. They got banned.
The game is the real people who are playing it. The bots have been wiped out entirely. But all of this gets even crazier.
Wait, how did they get wiped out
though? The game lost all these players, it gained them all back. And by midday, it was almost back to 1 million players. But then again, it lost everything and went even further than it did the day before, dropping from 1 million players down to 200,000 in a matter of hours, doing the exact same thing it did the day before, which is one of the most mysterious and unique things I've ever seen
I agree.
on Roblox ever. It seems to me that what I'm about to explain in this video seemingly worked and then stopped working and then worked again. And now the game is in sort of a limbo state. That is because Roblox implemented an update that no longer allows bot accounts to join games.
Wait. Now in effect, Roblox no longer allows bots accounts to join games. As a result, Murder Mystery 2 has lost around 500,000 CCUs within 2 hours. Wait, Roblox did that? Wait, they actually did it? Oh, W. Wait, chat, they made it so... Wait, how do they know if it's a bot though? How do they know? I mean, that's good, but like, how do they know? I want to know, like, how do they do it?
Mystery 2 lost over 500,000 players in 2 hours. You'll notice in this image right here, it says this game has enabled additional hardware security requirements. Please run Roblox on a supported device. What this basically means is that these bot accounts are being run on things like virtual private servers, which basically is another way to say a digital computer. Things like this or fake devices that were being used to make thousands of bot accounts have basically been fully caught and struck down by Roblox.
Oh, wait, so it's one PC with like multiple things running on it. So like somehow they're running multiple things on one PC. Oh. Okay, I think I kind of get that.
Million bots leaving Murder Mystery 2 entirely. It went from reaching its all-time peak in players a couple days ago to losing over 500 people.
Yo, chat, how much money did Nicholas make from that? Or does he not get the money because it was bots? Does he still earn from that? Because he must be loaded.
In 2 hours. The thing is, at first people thought it was a massive bot ban wave. Like Creecraft even tweeted out saying that what it was, over half the players in MM2 were bots, but it wasn't a ban wave. Roblox manually implemented something that basically created something for bots that
I mean, that's good.
Due to hardware security requirements.
That's good.
That's good. Wondering, why are there so many bots in the game and how could they just get wiped out just like this? You see, as I mentioned, Murder Mystery 2 has an economy that gives values to knife skins and gun skins inside of the game. There's a rarity to things, there's a reason to grind it during the events, and so when the new summer update came out to the game, hundreds of thousands of bots came in to farm the event and get all the crates and the rarest skins from it because there is a value in an economy to things. I'm not going to be showing anything on screen because this is fully against Roblox's terms of service, literally illegal on Roblox, but people basically sell skins in the game for real life money. That's what they do. They sell in-game skins for real money. And this is over a multi...
Chat, I would show it, but I don't know if I'm going to get banned, so I'm not going to show it. I know what it's called, but I'm not going to say it or show it because I don't want to get banned.
$100,000 business.
Just know it's bad.
You play the game and how much demand there is. And so these companies do what they can to farm these things that would normally take a real person hours and hours to grind, and instead have thousands of accounts do it with some sort of cheating client or whatever.
They get so much.
As they can of whatever they can, and the developers can't do anything about it. This has been an issue for a long time, and now we've seen it at its absolute peak worst. And I'm gonna be honest, there's things the developers could have done to fully stop these bots, but I'm guessing either Roblox realized this is a major problem, or maybe they saw my video. What's up, Roblox? And implemented an update that basically wiped them out entirely. And this is honestly crazy because the projections people had saying that, okay, maybe it was a few...
Hey, chat, to be fair, I'm surprised Roblox actually got rid of the bots because the theory that people have had for a while now is Roblox and also the developers on the platform don't do anything about the bots because it makes them look good. Because the bots make a bunch of numbers on the screen and they make investors think, oh yeah, look, they got 1 million players in just one game. We should invest into that. Like, I reckon, like, well, obviously, maybe it's not because they removed all the bots, but that was the old theory. I mean, it might still be true, but yeah. I mean, it seems like they're cracking down on it, which is good.
400,000 players, but it was
say goodbye to Kai and Speed. Look at what they're streaming.
From 1.3 million
Not right now.
players one day to
I will after this.
210,000 the next day. Genuinely crazy numbers to see. Honestly, never expected it to be this insane of a downfall, but man, it's genuinely insane, and I can't say I'm too surprised. The thing is, most other games on Roblox, I wasn't really able to find any others that were hit as hard as Murder Mystery 2. It seems that Murder Mystery 2 was the most egregious one with this botting issue. However, the thing is, I do not think it's the only one with this many bots and this percentage of
Wait, so if they hold on. So if Murder Mystery 2 was averaging like 1 million, let's just say 1 million, and the next day they all got banned and it dropped down to 200,000, that means 800,000 of the players on MM2 were bots. That is genuinely crazy. 8,000 bot, when at 800,000 bot accounts on one game. Imagine how many bot accounts there are on all of Roblox. There must be millions. Because if that's just MM2, imagine all the other games. Nah, that's actually crazy.
In the game. As you guys could see in that screenshot that said this game has enabled additional hardware security, I think this update isn't on the whole platform, and it only happened to Murder Mystery 2 after enough people spoke out about it. I feel like once people realized this was such a big problem and Roblox basically couldn't ignore it, they implemented this update on Murder Mystery 2. But there's a lot of other games like Roblox Fruits that have tens of thousands of bot accounts feeling...
Wait, so is that only on MM2? So say if I go to... Wait, hold on. Let me go to a different game real quick. Pet Simulator. Let's see. Is it implemented on the whole platform? Or is it just... Yeah, let me go to Pet Sim 99. Let me see. Servers. I mean, there's a few. There are certainly a few. It doesn't look too bad, though. It doesn't look too bad. Wait, what else did he say? Blocks Fruits. Blocks Fruits. Wait, let me look. Let me see. Okay, boom. Servers. Ooh, there's a few there. No, it doesn't look too bad. I don't think it was just MM2. It might have been the whole... It might have been the whole platform. Anyway, let's continue.
Up the game, even Grow a Garden 2. And so I'm interested
Grow
if
a Garden
Roblox is
2?
going to implement this across the platform, because it worked on Murder Mystery 2. It went from being the biggest game on the platform to the fourth biggest in a matter of hours, which is crazy to me to see. But tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think that Roblox is doing the right thing? Because in my opinion, I think they are. I mean,
yeah, that is
problem, which is really horrible, and just faking everything on the platform. However, there may be some issues, you know, with like investors seeing this and thinking that the platform is dying when it's just them cracking down on bots.
Yeah, true. That's what I was talking about earlier. When the bots are here, it looks like there's a bunch of players, and a bunch of players make the investors be like, whoa, they got a lot of players, we gotta invest into this. But then if they lose a bunch of players, which are the bots, they'll be like, oh, there's not many people here. So, like, you know, it's a tough one for Roblox, but them banning the bots is the right idea.
Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, but either way, that's going to be it. Have an amazing day and take care.
Alright, W. W Coel. Yo, chat, everyone go sub to Coel. That was a really good video. Yo, chat, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Roblox is doing the right thing? Or do you think they should just let the bots like keep coming? Personally, I think they're doing the right thing. But yeah, anyway, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, turn on post notifications, and let me know in the comments. Anyway, that is it for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.